Hello everyone and welcome to another video of yours truly, Wordy Live. And today's video was a cool idea that I had at a convention for one of my friends who I was playing D&D with at the time. So the idea came when they wanted to be this like pink frilly princess and they didn't know how to create the character. And I was going through the build with them to make them as the most princessy, the most extravagant pink sorcerers they could actually be, and it gave me an idea. What if we could try and create characters in D&D that already exist in video games? And the one that came to my mind was Princess Peach. All of you that don't know, Princess Peach comes from the Super Mario games, and she's usually the princess you're trying to save because she's always getting kidnapped by Bowser. Don't know why. Maybe she just wants a holiday away from Mario. I know I would if he was constantly being chased by an Italian through all these worlds. However, I did some research on Princess Peach and she has way more abilities than I actually genuinely thought she had. She has the ability to control fire, control water, control air. She has the ability to create shields. She has the ability to hurt people. So I was doing research with all of the abilities and all that for this type of character, and I believe I've come up with a cool little build for her. So, the class I chose for Princess Peach was Sorcerer. Sorcerer has all these abilities and cantrips that they have access to that seem to be very fitting to our dear princess. And it just made a lot more sense because even though she has abilities for healing, she isn't really on the side of the cleric, she's more side of like magic wielding of the sorcerer. We chose the noble background for obvious reasons. She's a ruler of a kingdom, so you know she carries a title. She has influence over her land, and that would also allow her to be seen more serious with other nobles that she may come in contact with. We all know her race is human, so unless she's something else, I'm pretty sure her race has never been like old, unless she is one of the toad people. Who knows? She could be a fungus trying to take over the world, which makes sense. And I chose Divine Soul for the main fact that she does have healing abilities, and I feel like her power is connected to something divine because her abilities revolve around love, the hearts. So her entity that she's connected to, the powers that she gets them from, could in fact be an entity of love, a divine entity of love, or a corrupt one, depending on what way you want to twist it. So the weapon I chose for her is her umbrella. The main reason why is that she's always seen using it, especially smacking people around in Smash Bros. And she never seems to leave without it. And I wanted to make sure to give her a weapon that befitted her character. You could easily replace a bow staff with this weapon, give it the same stats, and it would pretty much use the same way. So the abilities were kind of tricky for me to check out because, as it says, sorceress, they have, or sorcerers, they have access to 2 spells and 4 cantrips, unless that's after changing again, because I've seen that fluctuate a few times upon my research. Cantrips I chose were Mage Hand, Light, Gust, and Firebolt. So Mage Hand was something simple because she's able to manipulate objects around her, be able to pick things up, depending on what type of saving throws you get, how skillful the Mage Hand is. The next cantrip is Light, so she's always glowing in a sense, like she's always sparkling, and she's able to create light with the shape of her heart that I've seen in some of the video games. So I felt like that would be very interesting to use, especially if the sorcerer wants to use it as the shape of a heart. I chose Gust because she's able to like push objects to the side, or even like make very light enemies fly off into the distance. I've seen her use these type of wind type of abilities in the video games, and I thought, hey, well, if we try to use this in this, you could even use it on yourself if you're light enough. And Firebolt, I have seen her use fire type abilities in one of her video games, and I said to myself, I might as well give her an attack that's based around fire. All of these cantrips, you can choose whatever you like. This is just like a recommendation. It's like, this is what I think that would be good for her. However, if you think there are other abilities at level 1 that you could use them. Because I guarantee once we hit level 2, level 3, and all the access to all the other spells and all the other spell slots, we're going to have a lot of fun. And the 2 spells I gave were Shield and Featherfall. So Shield, she's able to create shields in front of her friends, in front of herself. And I thought, you know what, let's give her this because this is the ability she demonstrates in all of the video games that she's been in. And Featherfall, have you ever seen Princess Peach jump off of high ledges and just fall? Her umbrella itself is the Featherfall, but I haven't seen a way to like conjure that. For a level 1, I could turn the umbrella into something that allows you to use Featherfall as much as you want, as long as you do a dexterity save or a wisdom save. So there's many creative ways of doing that. Creating a build for Princess Peach was a lot of fun, or even checking it out. Like I rolled some stats for the character and created an entire character sheet, as my friend wants to play Princess Peach. She is a princess, and if you met her in person, you would think she was Princess Peach herself, especially the way she can say Mario. It is hilarious. Creating characters that already exist and trying to incorporate them into D&D is a lot of fun. I will be thinking of a few more videos, a few more characters to create and see if I can place them in here, into the games, and into sessions as well, where it would fit them. They won't be too OP, and you know, they could create a balance, especially if your friends or yourself want to play as those characters, but as a level 1, and see them like progress and turn into a powerhouse. Because I'm not gonna lie, it would be pretty cool to see someone play like the Doom guy, the silent berserker, just constantly getting strong. Thank you all for coming into this video. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you all for everyone that has been upping our sub count. I've seen that the subs have gone up a lot over the past couple of weeks, and I really appreciate it. If you have any ideas for any type of characters that you think would be a cool addition to try and put into this game, into D&D, please let me know in the comments below. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I shall see you all in the next one. Ciao, ciao.